Step into the booth where the legends live on. From the crack of the bed at the break of the dawn. We're talking Diamond Kings in the dirt on the rug. 13 innings deep and we're still feeling the tug. Who held the record for the most stolen bases? Who's the Southpaw ace with the ice in the spaces? We're digging through the stats in the history books. Catching every curveball and the nasty hooks. From the Bronx to the Bay, we got the answers inside. Welcome to the show where the trivia is tied. It's the buzzer beater shot, it's the goal line stand.
Welcome to the Sports Trivia Show, the only weekly sports trivia podcast for real sports fans from real sports fans. This is a 10-question trivia show with questions based off 4 main categories. We got baseball, basketball, football, and world sports. Last week, we had Zach Kezos with a big win in our pilot episode with 7 correct answers. Today, we have Brian Hoover, Brett Scott, and Kezos looking to go back-to-back. Please like, follow, share, and all that good stuff so we can help make this possible every week. Submit your questions on Facebook, Instagram for a chance to have listener question of the week. All right, is everybody ready to go?
Let's do it.
It's the buzzer beater shot, it's the goal line stand. The biggest sports knowledge in the palm of your hand. From the gridiron heat to the hardwood floor. If you think you know the game, then we're giving you more. Yeah, we're playing for it.
Question 1 is always multiple choice. Give you guys a little bit more of a chance. Question 1 and the options. And just write the full option. Don't write A, B, C, or D. With now more than 30 million people that play annually, what year was fantasy football invented? 1953, 63, 73, 83. With now more than 30 million people that play annually, I think that might just be on ESPN, but I'm not entirely sure. With now more than 30 million people that play annually, what year was fantasy football invented?
It's just a shot in the dark.
Hence the multiple choice. We got answers all the way around?
Yes.
All right, let's flip them over. Brian, we got 73. Brett, 83. 1963. That is a 0%er.
What in God's name is going on here?
I thought I was low. I thought it was 83 too, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe it was in the works.
That's really surprising.
So
First time I played was in the mid-90s.
That's why
a Raider, Brett's a Raiders fan. A Raider was the first ever draft pick.
Huh.
Can you guess who in 63?
Daryl LaMonica.
George Blanda. Because he was kicker and quarterback.
No. Damn, that'd be a solid pick.
Yeah. Our 2025 draft, we all play fantasy football together.
The Shohei.
It went Jamar Chase, Bijan, that was me, and Saquon Barkley were the top 3. I almost had it.
Yeah, Saquon the year before, and I picked 9.
All right, guys. Question 2. We're all tied up. Zeros across the board. While being the all-time leader in saves, this great also was the last one to wear number 42 after the number was retired throughout baseball in honor of Jackie Robinson.
Got this one all day.
While being the all-time leader in saves, this great also was the last to wear number 42 after the number was retired throughout baseball in honor of Jackie Robinson. We got 2 answers, I think. I don't know who was quicker. Kezos or Brett on that one.
Probably
that was easier than any question you asked last game.
But you hate Luis Gonzalez, huh?
Or the Red Sox. All right, you guys ready?
2004.
Yeah.
All right, let's flip it over. We got Mariano Rivera. That is a 100%er. Mariano Rivera had 652 saves in his career.
Yeah, I was like,
With one real pitch, honestly.
That was
And
a pitch.
Jackie Robinson's number was retired by Bud Selig opening day 1997, but there was a few players that still were wearing that number, and Mariano Rivera played long enough that he was the last one to wear it.
Should have been Rivera, Mo Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is right.
We are tied up.
So we went over and we went 100%er. So all tied up. Question 3. This might be hard. This is one of those that I just happen to know. That's why it's in here. This city is known for its kisses and the greatest basketball performance of all time. Although there is no video evidence, this is the home of Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game.
Oh, where was that?
This city is known for its kisses and the greatest basketball performance of all time. Although there is no video evidence, this is the home of Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. We got one writing. We got Brett's got something down. Everyone's got something down?
Yeah.
All right, let's flip them over. Hoover, we got New York, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and Hershey, Pennsylvania, home of the Kisses. Hershey Chocolate Company. Tried to give you a little hint there. It is Hershey, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia Warriors won 169 over the Knicks. They played the Knicks, so New York was close.
That's
147.
At Hershey High
So
School.
better known as the sweetest place on earth and home of the Hershey Chocolate. It is where Wilt Chamberlain scored his 100 points in a win over the Knicks. Game was part of the league trying to introduce and promote teams to smaller cities. Video of the event was taped over by someone in the studio, and there has been audio that's been found to prove that it actually was a thing.
100 points. That's true.
100 points.
Yeah.
Well, you just had
Give it to Wilt on the block.
what's his name?
Cashier.
Yeah.
You said
Super black.
you said what's his name? Score 83.
At a bio.
oh yeah, he just for the
People are
Heat,
not happy about that one because
That's the
he
way, yeah.
he
way
took
it had
he
to
took
be.
over second place over Kobe.
over
I don't
Kobe.
think they're mad that they passed Kobe. I think they're mad at how he passed
Yeah,
Kobe.
the way they were.
It was a team
They
effort
were-
to make sure he
yeah,
got.
They were committing fouls
Yeah.
up like 30 to get the ball back. It was
That's
nuts.
That's why
yeah,
I don't watch basketball anymore.
that's pretty.
Garbage.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It is cool.
That's
to see
pretty
LeBron
rough.
at 41.
All right,
You know,
question
41 people.
4.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Question 4. This running back holds the record for most consecutive seasons rushing for at least 500 yards.
500.
He did this 16 straight seasons. This running back holds the record for most consecutive seasons rushing for at least 500 yards. He did this 16 straight seasons. So, although 500 yards might not be impressive, 16 is very, very impressive.
8,000 yards. Super impressive.
The person that I thought would know this has a blank board. We got question marks. Excuse me. Brett, confident?
I feel pretty good about it. Just
Kezos?
Yes, I'm pretty confident.
think about who's played long.
That's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
Not a lot of running backs played 16 seasons. That's
But there's a lot
16,
of running backs that
yeah.
played like, you know what I mean? Where you're
Yeah.
not sure how many years they played.
yeah.
16's an anomaly.
All right. This running back holds the record for most consecutive seasons rushing for at least 500
Nope.
yards.
I need to change my answer.
He did this 16 straight years. Brett, with the late change. Late change. Let's see if it pays off.
There we go. I'm changing it.
All right. We got time limit. We
I might have
got...
screwed myself, but I'm
Let's flip it over. We got Hoover with Gore. 100%er,
I
baby.
was thinking he played for
100%er.
He played,
see. I had
and he was. I'm like, who is the guy? So I
I had Emmett Smith originally. I was
Oh, yeah.
like, wait a minute. No,
And
no.
they play that long.
Yeah.
So more of a longevity rusher. He will still probably make it in the Hall of Fame, and I think I agree with that. He's kind of
He's second all time in rushing,
Oh.
isn't he?
because he played for 16
So,
years.
that's who I.
To be able to do
He's-
that,
He's actually third. So he's third all time with exactly 16,000 yards.
and prime Frank Gore was a pro.
So he
That's and so that from in my head, I was like, in the beginning, in their peak of the season, in their career, they
Yeah.
were really good. But then you play that long, you're going in for third down, and
All right. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out.
Glad I got the switch up just in
That
time.
was the
Who'd you
last
have?
second.
Emmitt Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
Last second. All right.
Yeah.
Question 5. In 1979, this pitcher was the first player in sports to get a yearly contract over $1 million. And when I say in sports, I believe it's U.S. sports. In 1979, this pitcher was the first player in sports to get a yearly contract over $1 million.
I misheard the question. Glad in 79 was that?
Yeah, I'll read it one more time. We got a couple answers getting written down. In 1979, this pitcher was the first player in sports, I believe U.S. sports, to get a yearly contract of over $1 million. We good? Let's flip them
I
over.
crossed my arms out.
Hoover,
I misheard.
you got
You changing?
Raleigh. What was that?
Rollins.
Raleigh Fingers?
We got Nolan Ryan from Brett, and we got
I
you got
didn't know the answer.
you got no answers. Well, we do have a correct answer, and it is Nolan Ryan.
Good call.
Nolan Ryan, good job, Brett, on that one.
Yeah, because he's.
I thought your initial question was.
In sports, and I was like, wait, is it Magic? Am I doing
I
that?
thought you asked me a Bobby Bonilla question. I misheard the question initially. I didn't have-
Bobby Bonilla Day?
Yeah, that's what I was. I thought I misheard the question initially.
So nowadays, just with his contract, Cristiano Ronaldo makes $200 million a year. Not endorsements, not his TikToks or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. $200 million just to play football. Soccer.
I was going to say soccer. Soccer is the highest paid.
All right,
sport.
halfway through the game, we have Hoover with 2 correct answers. We have Brett with 4 and Bezos with 3.
So Ronaldo, that's just off his contract. That's not endorsement.
That is only contract.
That is crazy.
He's got to bring it.
Only contract.
Yeah,
And then
that's
you get
nuts.
everything else.
I specifically wrote that down because it's like,
Yeah.
no, what? Okay, you get it from this? No, that's only contract. All right. So we got a close game. Anyone can win still. This, I don't know if you guys will like this one or not. This tennis player is known for his absolute dominance on clay, winning 14 of his 22 majors on the brick dust. I know that we're not very big tennis fans, but it is pretty widely known the dominance of this athlete.
I think I.
This tennis player is known for his absolute
My God.
dominance on clay, winning
Two people on
14
Yeah, I crossed one out.
of his 22 majors
I think I
on the
crossed it,
brick
right?
dust.
But I know because I don't know.
So we're waiting on. We got 2.
I'm just gonna run with it.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, let's flip them over. We have
Andre
Agassi.
Yeah.
We got Rafael Nadal, and we have Federer. We do have another correct answer.
Nadal.
The king of clay, Rafael Nadal.
Wow.
Great answer.
I thought it was that other guy, but I don't know.
I thought maybe
Yeah.
Djokovic did.
Yeah.
Those were
And
those are all great
I
players.
think all
Well, Federer
All
and
of
Nadal,
those.
Yeah.
they had like a 15-year run
Andre-
where they just battled.
and I think
They
Andre
battled
Agassi, he
except
played
for on
along
clay.
too.
Yeah, except for on his play.
So the French Open is the only major that uses clay. Nadal won 5 consecutive at one point and has won more than twice as many as anyone else has ever done in the last 120 years. So when I say complete dominance,
Yeah.
That's
that's
That's like
I know we're throwing in a tennis question,
almost Gretzky's
but that's
numbers.
complete. That is complete dominance. I mean,
Maybe
honestly.
better than Gretzky numbers.
So, all right, let's go to question 7. Name me the only NBA team with at least 2 finals appearances and they had never lost a series. Let me read that again. Name me the only NBA team with at least 2 finals appearances and they never lost one. So at minimum, they're 2-0 in the finals.
And there's 2 teams?
No. Name
one.
me the only NBA team with at least 2 finals appearances and they never lost.
ooh.
So at minimum, they're 2-0 That makes sense, Brett?
Yeah.
3 teams
Okay.
in my mind.
Name me the only NBA team with at least 2 finals appearances without ever losing one.
Going on this.
Nope.
All right.
Sticking
We got answers?
Yep.
Hoover, flip it over. The Heat, we got the Bulls, and we got the Bulls. We got a couple good answers. The Bulls. The Heat lost to the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I had
Greatest finals run of all time.
Well, the Heat just recently lost too, I think.
Well, they lost.
Years ago,
Yeah, they did.
yeah, but
Jimmy Butler
Oh,
got
that's
there.
right.
yeah, and that's why I was. But I was thinking
Bubble
more.
season.
I was thinking more of when it was Shaq, Bosh,
Wade.
Wade, all them. That's when I put that.
It was almost Detroit, but they did lose to the Lakers in like '88 or something like that.
So the Bulls are 6-0 all time, thanks to MJ.
Mm,
Most appearances without a title, 6-0. Most appearances without winning a title would be the Phoenix Suns, who are 0-3. And the Celtics all time are 18-5 with the most ever appearances.
What are the Kings? I think they're like
Mm.
2-0.
and they're
Couldn't tell you
they're-
on that one.
No, they do. Those are their
I'm pretty sure the Kings won. I'm pretty sure the Kings won in
Oscar
Kansas
Robertson.
City. So we're on question 8.
Arthur Ashe.
All right, so we're officially on question 8. Took us a second to figure that out for some reason. 3 quarterbacks were able to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs more than just one time. Name me 2 of the 3.
One obvious.
yeah.
3 quarterbacks
Playoffs?
were able to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs more than just one time. Name me 2 of the 3.
You got it.
Can you name all 3?
Uh,
You can name the third one and cross it out if you want.
well, I gotta go back to thinking.
There's 3 of them.
You know who I think it might be? I think the third one's gonna be hell funny.
I think I know it.
let me cook for a second.
I think I got all 3.
Cross one out that you think might not be right, or else
Okay.
it's going to go against your
I'll do it.
3 quarterback.
I'll just.
3 quarterbacks were able to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs more than just once.
My
Name
handwriting's
2
not good
of
because
the
pen's not
3.
Working, but
Actually, it might be
All right.
cross the 2 out. But my first one is the first guess. The second one.
Kazos got all the quarterbacks that did it. There's not many. There's not a lot.
There's not a bunch, that's for sure. Makes it memorable though.
yeah.
You know?
And Tom Brady's still mad about it.
I would be too.
Yeah.
That's what makes him the GOAT.
Oh God, I'm having a brain fart on blast. They got one.
Hoover's got 1.
If you got the one obvious one, the other one, the second one should be pretty obvious. Too.
That's what I'm trying to remember right now.
Giving away hints over here. Brett is. Can see maybe if you write down their full name.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to give Hoover another second.
I think the third one's still playing.
Let's write.
He
I think he's still
yeah.
playing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're the same place.
All right.
And a Pro Bowler.
All right. We're gonna need some answers.
I am just putting this out there.
All right. Let's flip them over. We got Eli Manning and Patrick Mahomes. We got
Eli and Peyton.
Eli and Peyton. We got Eli and Peyton.
And Flacco's the
And
third.
Flacco crossed out. Flacco was the third.
All right.
So it was Eli,
You know who else I was thinking of?
Peyton, and
Sanchez.
Joe Flacco.
Oh, Mark Sanchez?
With the back-to-back AFC titles, but I don't think he played New England both years.
No, they only beat him one.
Yeah, I think
So Eli was 2, Flacco was 2, Peyton was 3. Others that once Jake Plummer,
no way.
Oh, Denver.
Denver.
Mark Sanchez,
That was
Nick Foles.
That's
And I don't think you would ever guess the last one.
Wait.
It was his last year in New England.
That's Dak Prescott. Oh, last year in New England is Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan
No.
Tannehill. Yeah.
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, Miami?
And actually, was
Or
that
Tennessee?
that,
Oh, Tennessee.
that was Vrabel's?
It was Brady's last game.
Vrabel was the coach.
Dak beat him in the playoffs too.
It was a
Dak
pick
retired
six. Logan Ryan, pick six, I think, sealed that one.
Yep.
All right, question 9. Question 9.
That's good.
Dak retired him?
Yeah. Last.
This is personally this is right up Brett's wheelhouse. Let's see how this works.
That's okay.
I didn't know this at this point. Question 9. This speedster has the record for most stolen bases in Cleveland Indians / Guardians history, with 452 of them in 10 years with the club, and has 622 total in his career.
Yeah, that was.
Right up Brett's wheelhouse.
He's like, I like it.
I don't know who the second.
This guy who-
I don't know who the second one is,
Who's your
but
favorite baseball team?
Seattle.
Oh, that's interesting.
this speedster has the record for most stolen bases in Cleveland Indians / Guardians history.
This
Oh,
guy-
and on the guard.
No, all right. Tell you what. Tell you what. Tell you
That's
what.
just the franchise. He's just.
Tell you what. No, let me say it this way. Then. This speedster has the record for most stolen bases in Cleveland Indians history.
So old.
Okay.
He never played on the Guardians, put it that way,
that's
with 452 of them in 10 years.
He was a big part of why Griffey never made a World Series.
I would agree.
Predates my baseball fandom.
yeah. I'm having.
Oh, you missed the golden age of baseball. That sucks.
I came up right after
After steroid sick baseball.
Trying to think. Hold on, give me a sec. Speedster.
All right.
This guy Hall of Fame? If he's not, he should be.
It's got to be.
I don't think he is, and it's been going around. Like, why isn't he?
I'll probably
Okay. After this is over, I'll look that up because
should be.
there's certain people.
He should be.
There's certain people like someone asked the other day. Should Andrew McCutchen be a Hall of Famer?
Not only
Look at his numbers and look at Kenny
McCutchen?
Lofton.
Yeah.
Look at this other guy's number. All right, let's flip him over. As I accidentally said the number, Chili Davis, Kenny Lofton, and nothing. It's Kenny Lofton. I accidentally said the answer. Thank goodness it was at the end there.
I had no idea.
The Hall of Fame case, his defense, he was robbing home runs. Like,
I have to look that up.
he's up there with
So he led the American League.
300 with robbing home runs. He was climbing
For
the
sure.
wall. Yeah, he was good.
So he led the American League 5 straight years and set the team record with 66 stolen bases in 92, then reset it with 70 in 93. Dude was great. Do you at least know?
I know the name.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
So-
I think McCutchen should be a Hall of Famer, by the way, just because like when I first started
I agree.
with baseball, for what he did for the Pirates in particular, I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, I dove into his numbers pretty significantly, and it was like, yeah.
I don't know how long his run
I would say he would be in the Hall of Very Good. Hall of Very Good, Hall of Fame is two totally different things. And he's
And when
still
you're
playing.
You play on shit teams,
So we'll
you
see.
got to stand
You
out.
guys think Eli Manning should be a Hall of Famer?
No.
No, right?
If Jim
If anything,
Plunkett's
it's
not,
only because he
then
beat
Eli
Brady
shouldn't
twice.
be. Eli Manning is the new Jim Plunkett. 'Cause I don't think Jim Plunkett should be a Hall of Fame.
It's
He got
basically-
2 Super Bowls, but the dude's career was kind of trash.
It'd be like Flacco. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I was like, man.
I would
Yeah.
put Flacco closer than both of them.
Flacco's doing better at really old than Philip Rivers did.
Flacco more consistently made the playoffs. He played well in the playoffs more consistently.
Well, Eli led the league in picks like 3 times. Or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Flacco's still doing
Good
it.
grief to like, be on the team. Sure.
After 9 questions with only 1 remaining, let's take a look at the scoreboard again. We have Hoover with 2. We have Brett. If it wasn't for that multiple choice, he'd be flirting with a perfect game. He has 8. Bezos with 5. We already know who the winner is. We're going to play along anyway. Correct answer recap would be 1963, Mariano Rivera, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Frank Gore, Nolan Ryan, Rafael Nadal, the Bulls, Eli Manning, Joe Flacco, Peyton Manning, Kenny Lofton. And I knew that Brett would get that last one, and all
Number
right,
10.
never mind. I would assume that there's going to be some correct answers on this one. This player broke Mike Ditka's record for most receiving yards in a rookie. Brett's already writing it down. This player broke Mike Ditka's record for most receiving yards for a rookie tight end in 2024.
I think everybody knows this one.
This player broke Mike Ditka's record for most receiving yards for a rookie tight end in 2024.
Future greatest tight end of all time conversation.
I think he's gonna be.
He's going to be in the conversation if he's healthy. Gronk is the answer.
This player broke Mike Ditka's record for most receiving yards for a rookie tight end in 2024.
I think. Gee, I can't even see what we were doing, but I think I know what it is.
All right. We almost ready to flip them over?
I think I.
All right. Let's flip them over.
Bowers.
We got Brock Bowers. We got Brock Bowers.
Okay,
We got
I
Brock
was-
Bowers.
I was.
We got 100%er, baby.
Overtime question?
We're not wasting an overtime question when it's not an overtime. So today's winner with nine correct answers, flirting with a perfect game.
I
Is
don't know
Brett.
anybody who would get the fantasy football.
That's
one.
why.
That was a tough one.
63 is wild.
Well, it's just way older than you think.
That's why I went
didn't go to
73 because I was like
64, 65,
I was
66.
I was thinking 83 too, but I'm like, God, that might be too soon.
It's just crazy.
I could picture people playing fantasy football with before the 80s.
That's probably like chalkboards in the
So
garage.
the thing with
You know?
the fantasy football, it started with, if memory serves me right, it started with like GMs, like hanging out together, and it was like, all right, like what else could we do that'd be fun?
Side
And
betting
that's
on their players.
kind of where it started. Like if I could draft any of your players too, then it'd be a different story. So anyway, Brett being the winner, let's pick a deck of cards. Pick any deck.
Oh man!
If it was a perfect game, you'd pick two. If there was a
Let's see.
overtime perfect guess, that would be one as well. And if he doesn't pick 89 tops, that would be insane because his favorite player is Griffey.
I'm literally looking right at the back.
Or you pick a couple new ones. There's some newer year tops.
I got a lot of the new tops already, so I think I'm gonna go try and get me a Frank Thomas.
A Frank Thomas. We're going to 90 tops.
A big hurt. Let's see what we got.
Let's rip it. This is a 90 tops wax pack.
Did you eat the gum?
Not yet.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I'm going to freak my kids out with it.
Yeah.
All right. Say if you got anything good. We can wrap this one up.
Let's see. Try the gum.
Crunchy as a card.
All right. We got Mel Hall,
Mel Hall. Nice.
Vance Law, Bryn Smith, Norm Charlton, one of the answers, Gary Ward, R.J. Reynolds, Jeff Leafabeve, whatever.
The Fever.
Got
Jeff
Darl,
Fever manager.
Mark Langston, Dave West, Steve Farr, Steve Olin, Jeff Perrette, Jesse Barfield, John Candelaria, Don Mattingly, Dan's favorite player.
Don Mattingly. That's the best card in there.
That's
Great.
a good card.
That is a cool card.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening and for your support. Remember to follow, subscribe, and to submit your question for a chance to win Question of the Week.
I appreciate you.
We will see you next week on Sports Trivia Show, the only sports trivia podcast made by sports fans from real sports fans. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Step into the booth where the legends live on. From the crack of the bed at the break of the dawn. We're talking Diamond Kings in the dirt on the rug. 13 innings deep and we're still feeling the tug. Who held the record for the most stolen bases? Who's the southpaw ace with the ice in the spaces? We're digging through the stats in the history books. Catching every curveball and the nasty hooks. From the Bronx to the Bay, we got the answers inside. Welcome to the show where the trivia's tied. It's the buzzer beater shot, it's the goal line stand. The biggest sports knowledge in the palm of your hand. From the gridiron heat to the hardwood floor. If you think you know the game, then we're giving you more. Yeah, we're playing for the crown and we never miss a beat. Heat, 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 heat. Turn the volume up loud, feel the stadium heat. Heat, 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 yeah, heat, yeah, yeah. Switch the channel now to the paint in the rim, where the Giants fly high and the lights never dim. Who's the scoring leader with the fadeaway grace? Who's the defensive wall taking up all the space? We got the draft picks, the trades, and the playoff seeds. Everything a true fanatic actually needs. Then we pivot to the turf where the pigskin flies underneath the Friday night lights in the southern skies. Who's the quarterback legend with the rings on his hand? Who's the fastest wide out in the whole damn land? It's the buzzer beater shot, it's the goal line stand. The biggest sports knowledge in the palm of your hand. From the gridiron heat to the hardwood floor. If you think you know the game, then we're giving you more. Yeah, we're playing for the crown and we never miss a beat. Beat, 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 beat. Turn the volume up loud, feel the stadium heat. Beat, 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 yeah. 4th down and inches or a full count low. We're taking every listen down a memory road. From the Heisman Trophy to the MVP race. Nobody in the game can keep up with the pace. It's the facts, it's the figures, it's the roar of the crowd. Say it with your chest and play it real loud. Baseball, basketball, and a football too. Every single question that we're bringing to you. Lock it in right now, don't you ever look back. We're the kings of the trivia and that is a fact. Yeah, that is a fact. Game over.